Hello, my name is Jill. I teach online belly dance classes. I am here to help you live your best life. How does that make any sense? How does it connect to dance? Basically, this dance changed my life and it really helped me live a healthier life, a more holistically healthy life in a way that no other workout I had ever tried before did. And I really believe it's because it teaches us how to ground into our bodies, how to flow, how to embody these kinds of qualities that we talk about that are important for our mental health, but we don't necessarily understand them on a physical level when we intellectualize them so much. So that's my little spiel. So belly dance is the tool that I use to help you enhance your quality of life because it helps us learn about these qualities like grounding and like flowing. So today we're working on, as per usual, a beginner combo that I have linked right there. So what's happening in this combo? We're starting with some chassé steps. So you're stepping and you're chasing, tu fais un chassé avec the foot that follows. So you go right and right. Right and right. Yeah, exactly. You step on the left, you bring that right leg in to meet it, and then you fall a little bit on your left. So it's like to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. I only have so much space to move forward and back, but you get the idea. So we're going to do 4 of those. You do 1 on the right and 1 on the left, 1 on the right and 1 on the left. So what are we doing with our arms? It's very important, aside from aesthetics, to be showing off the melody with our arms as our feet and hips follow the beat, which is what's so lovely about this dance. It's very good for our nervous system and our brain because it just gets your whole body involved. So that's why it can be very challenging to learn at first, but it's very, very good for you. So right. So what we're going to do is we're just going to slowly, as we move to the right, we're going to sway our arms to the right, and as we move to the left, we're going to sway our arms to the left to kind of show I'm going this way and I'm going that way. Very easy. Right and left. Right and left. It's almost like I'm holding like a beach ball in my arms and I'm just kind of waving to one side and then the other. 3 and 4. So then when you stop, you finish, you're landing on your left. Your weight is on your left. So it's almost as if your hip, it's like you're marking 9 o'clock on the face of a clock. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to draw, I call this a medium-sized hip circle. We also have tiny isolated circles, and we have my favorite, big dramatic circles. So we're doing a medium-sized one. What does that mean? I'm drawing a circle that's parallel to the ground. I'm not letting my hips go up and down or bending or straightening my knees in this one. I'm keeping my legs straight. I mean, our legs are always relatively straight in this dance, but I mean, I'm not using my knees or using any kind of isolations to show any extra movement in my hips. I'm just drawing a circle that's flat to the ground. Good. And if you want to add a little bit more texture to this, what's fun is you kind of bounce, you drop your weight on your heels, you lift and you drop, drop, drop. And you can't really see my feet, there you go. Drop, drop, it's a feeling, it's a drop. You could lift, you could put the emphasis on the lift, but that's not what I want, that's not the idea, it's drop, 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 drop. So you do this little drop and you do it as you go around in your circle, and it's just a very nice thing. So what you could do is, so we just finished with your arms, we just finished on the left. So you're just going to keep your arms where they are. You're going to keep your palms facing down and you're going to mark. You're starting, remember, at 9 o'clock on the circle, and you're going to take 8 counts to go around. 1, 2, 3, 4. So by the time I finish the 4, I'm all the way over on the right. I've drawn half of my circle. 5, 6, 7, 8. And you finish again with your weight on your left. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to pick up your right foot because that's the one that's free. You're going to do a quick turn, step on your right, step on your left, step on your right, extend your left. It's called a 3-point turn. 1, 2, 3 steps and then pose. Okay, let's do that again. So we've got our circle. We start with our weight on our left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn to the right, pose, and then you're going to do a cute little shoulder accent. You've got your left shoulder right here, and you're going to pull it back and push it forward. And 1 and 2. Good. It's just like a nice way to make a little bit of an expression. We've been doing stuff with our feet. We've been doing a little bit of arms, and then it's like a little accent, a little punctuated accent with your shoulder for contrast. So let's put those things together, okay? Chassé on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Finish on the left. Land on your left. Have your palms facing down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you're going to turn to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pose. 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 slow shoulder accents. What did I just do with my hands when I turned? It really helps when you turn. It's nice aesthetically, and it also helps you keep your balance. If you pull your hands, arms and hands in, cross them at your chest, and then what I did was I just kind of like flipped my wrists and opened them when I landed. So what I had a thought when I was in the middle of doing that, and what did I want to explain? I don't know. Let's walk through it again and I'll remember it. Okay? 5, 6, 7, 8. Right foot, left foot. Right chassé, left chassé. Land on your left. Bounce. Oh, I know what it was. It's right here. We'll go over that in a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So hands and wrists are another aspect of this dance in sort of like decorating what you're doing. So that last time we did it, I did a few like open and close flipping of my wrists just to kind of accentuate and flower things a little bit more. There's a lot of fun in layering with this dance and doing different, you know how I said it's like your arms follow the melody and your hips and feet follow the beat. That's one way to do to show layers in this dance. Another way to demonstrate layers is things like as you're dancing and doing things with your arms, you're also flipping your wrists or doing little circles. That's why when I did that turn, I crossed my wrists, and then instead of just opening them straight, I kind of scooped my hands under, like just for fun, you know? It's fun to experiment, and that's how people develop their personal style, which is a really fun aspect of this dance as well. So I want to dive in a little bit more talking about this hip roll. When I said, what are we doing with our posture? I wanted to review what's happening with our core when we're doing that, because it's very important. Spinal posture in this dance and really engaging your core is very important for doing the dance safely. So what I am doing when we're drawing this circle, we are putting together 4 points of a circle, 4 points of a diamond, right? There's the front, there's the side, there's the back, and there's the side. So if you want to break that down, what you do is pull your hips to the front. Pull your weight into the balls of your feet. It's like I haven't completely come off my heels. There's a lot more weight in the balls of my feet, but my feet are still flat on the ground. That's all it takes. It's not a big movement. It doesn't take much of a movement because your hips are obviously part of your body. Showing off hip isolations, you're kind of staying within this frame for yourself, so you don't need to cover a lot of distance or make big dramatic movements to show off your isolations. In fact, the smaller they are and the more that you're in the frame, the more that you can see the isolations that you're doing. So when you go forward, it's not really much. First of all, because you don't want to hurt your back. As soon as you really start going outside of your body frame, like you're going to strain your back. So you don't need to really do that. All you're doing is you're leading with your hip bones and you're pulling your weight forward, and then you pull your weight back into your heels. So that's the front and the back points of this diamond that form this circle. The right and the left are really just staying centered, keeping your feet hip width apart and pulling your weight all the way over to the right, pulling your weight all the way over to the left. And when you do this slowly and you're practicing the movement, you can really feel it pulling your obliques and engaging your leg muscles. Now, another thing about why core support is so important in this dance is because What you want is, you want your spine to be aligned, you want everything to be supported, because the idea is that your hips are supposed to be able to float in space. So that's how you know that you are in a good, healthy, correct posture, because you are able to kind of mobilize your hips, and it should feel smooth. It shouldn't feel like there's any strain anywhere. And if there does feel strain, it means that your posture is off. Of course, like if you have an injury of some kind, you always check with your primary care provider before trying new exercises. That is a separate category of movement and a separate conversation. So anyways, our circle, our roll goes to the front. We hit that line, that point on the side. We pull our weight back and we hit that point on the left. Front, right, back, left. Front, right, back, left. Smooth it out. Good. Keep going around clockwise. Smooth it out. Let's put some arms in. 2, 3, and 4. Now what's really fun to do is to move your arms even faster, so that you're doing a complete arm movement with every count of 4. So it's like I'm open, I go to the front, my arms are open. I go to the side, my arms cross. I go to the back, my arms frame and go to the back. I go to the front, to the side, and my arms are open again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's add our bounce. That's why this dance is so fun when it comes to layering. And that's what makes it hypnotic, is that we just do so many things at the same time. And isn't that a wonderful part of the feminine mystique, is multitasking and making it look effortless. I'm not saying that we should all do that all the time and that women shouldn't be asking for help, but like personally, I do take pride in being able to do things nicely and smoothly. A phrase that I really like, ease and grace is the desired pace. Because isn't that just a nice way to do things as opposed to being frantic and stressed all the time? Let's practice going to the left, because it's always going to be different one side compared to the other. So let's go back to the basics. Pull your hips to the front, pull them to the left, back, side. We're just punctuating. We haven't even smoothed it out yet. The points in our diamond. 1, 2, back, right. Start to smooth it out. Good. Front, left, back, right. Front, left, back, right. Good. Let's add some arms. Cross, open, open. Cross, lower them, open them. See, this is a really good example. I'm finding it a lot harder to explain and verbalize when I'm moving my hips to the left as opposed to the right. Don't ask me why, it just is. I'm right-handed, so it's probably just coming a little bit more naturally to me. So sometimes when that happens and I get messed up on my left side, I'm like, wait, what's happening again? I feel like I didn't do this 5 seconds ago. I go back to the right to remind myself of what's supposed to be happening. Good. Good. So, you start open to the right. That's what tripped me up, because we were starting on the side. So front, cross, left. Good. So also you can think about symmetry. It's like when my hips are at the front, my hands are crossed in front of my chest. So I want the opposite when they're at the back. So that means I want my hands framing my hips up and pointing to the back when my hips are back. So what does that mean? If these are the 2 points, that means the connectors on either side are going to have my arms open. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's more like cross, sweep down along your body and open them. Cross, frame, back, open, cross, frame, back, open, cross, frame, back, open. Let's add our bounce. Frame, back, open, cross, frame. Now I'm moving my arms slower and my hips are going faster. So again, we're just here for exercise. This isn't, you can try different things. So what I was doing on the right is I was going at the same pace. Sometimes it's a cloudy day outside and it's a cloudy day inside. Anyway, so that's our little tutorial for today. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you soon.